It's been a minute.
3, 2, 1. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
We is back, and we is back with Mr. Dan Price. He's going to be talking to us on the show. There was supposed to be a launch today. That has been put on hold until Thursday, and we're going to talk a little bit about why, and we're also going to be talking about why have we been missing for 3 weeks.
That's some crazy stuff. Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome. I don't know what that's not working. But can you hear it? Can you hear it?
No.
Dang! What's going on? It's messing up my stilo. See, it's been a while. With Rusty Gilligan. I don't know what's going on. My audio is not working, but welcome to Catch the Craze Podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam, the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George, the Dreamer Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode. Yes, we are back. Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. It is Tuesday, May 26th, and we are back. Hey, what's up, Lou? We are back. We are back this week. We have a guest on the show. This week was supposed to be my launch party for the show, but I had to put that on hold. I am going to be launching on Thursday for the shameless plug. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we are back, and we do have a guest tonight. Mr. Dan Price will be joining us to talk about Bigfoot Knows Karate, so he'll be on in just a few minutes. But if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, do all that fun stuff. We are back, and it is almost the beginning of the summer, Sam. What have you been up to, my friend? It's been a minute. What's happened?
It's been a long time. Should have left you without a dope beat to step to. Remember that?
Yo, Rob Bass. You heard about Rob Bass, bro?
What?
Rob Bass died.
Passed?
Yeah.
From what?
Cancer.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Rob Bass, bro.
All 59. The legends are going, bro. All the legends.
Son. Yep. 59 years old.
That's scary, bro. That's scary. A lot of people are not making it to 60.
Yo,
it's crazy,
insane.
Bro. It's like someone's hitting the expiration button.
Done. Out.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
And he was part of that generation that made us dance.
Yeah, man. It takes two, bro.
Johnny's in the house.
What up?
Yeah.
That was a downer. Johnny, what up, brother? I'm dropping your arms. So what's up, Sam? What you been up to, bro? Talk to me.
And work, bro. I've been MIA from social media for several weeks. No posts, no updates, none of the. I've been working long hours, long days, long stretches, and it's been exhausting. And but even though I've been offline, I've been grinding in the background. Still working on my art, still working on my books. But yeah, I couldn't do any online posting and all that stuff, and just work. It's just real. But it was an interesting perspective learning what happens when you disappear for a while. So a great lesson to learn, valuable lesson. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, no. So on the positive front, everybody who supported Cosmic Wars, you should have gotten. I know everybody gets a lot of Kickstarter updates from a lot of different people they back, but check the one I sent you because the link to the digital file is on there. So, and I'm just waiting for everything to come from the printers, everything from the trading cards to the books to the prints, everything, the stickers. So just waiting for it to be delivered, and then I'll ship it out to all of you.
Nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a while, dude. I was like, damn, Sammy's MIA, and we've been gone. I mean, we haven't done the show obviously for a few
the last 3 episodes we missed.
Yeah, we've missed a few episodes. So no, but we're back. Everything is copacetic. It's just work gets in the way sometimes, man. Yes. A lot to do. A lot going on. Going on. Yes, indeed.
What have you been up to?
Nah, man, I was just setting up this campaign. I was out in Cali for Sacramento Comic-Con. I was out there with my nephew. Big shout out to Mr. Lato C. We were out there. We did well. The show was fun. It was Mother's Day weekend, so it was a little slow on Sunday, very slow on Sunday. But we had fun, man. We had a good time. It was good. It was nice to see the fam. Mother's Day was awesome. And then I got back, bro, and it's been just trying to get my page done for the Kickstarter campaign. Learned a valuable lesson this weekend about it. We're going to talk about that also as soon as after we talk to Mr. Dan Price. But yeah, brother, and then I'm getting ready for this launch. That's really pretty much the big thing. So if you guys haven't done so yet, please check out the campaign. The pre-launch page is up. I will be launching on Thursday. And yeah, man, I have a lot of fun stuff planned for it. I have some guests coming on. Sam, I'd like you to come on, obviously, on Thursday if you're around. I know you work, so if you're available, come through, hang out, because I do have some surprises that I want to give away to backers, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. It's supposed to be today, but unfortunately, I go.
Yeah. I mean, even when the last update that I sent out, I made sure that everybody knew that you were launching today, but I guess not.
yeah, man. It was one of those, man. But it will happen. It will happen on Thursday. But yeah, my brother. I know we're waiting for Dan. I don't know if Dan's in there yet, but before we even get him on, man. So like, you finished the book, Cosmic Wars. How was that experience, dude? Like, just from soup to nuts, because you did everything on this one. You did the art, colors, letters, everything. How was that, man? How was that experience for you?
It was fun, bro. In fact, I did 4 pages for the next issue already. So,
shoot.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Groove.
I got into a rhythm. I have the first 10 pages of the second issue thumbnailed. Wow. And I got the first 4 pages done. So I don't know. I remember that sound I just made. It sounded like a gremlin. It's like,
I thought you sneezed.
I had fun, bro. It was probably the most therapeutic thing during this time, because I was working. I mean, I did like 14 straight days at work, and even when I came home tired, I would get up at 4:30 in the morning, come and sit down and draw for 2 hours, and 2 hours from between 4:30 to 6:30, and then I get ready and then head out to work, and that was the one thing that gave me like peace of mind. It was just sitting there. I love the colors. I love drawing it. It reminded me of what I felt like when I was drawing them back in the days when I first created it, and I just love the character. I mean, he's a stud. And it was just fun, bro. It was just fun. It's just like I got in a rhythm. I was like, wait, I gotta draw issue 8 of Disney in my toilet, but I kept drawing this, right? But yeah, I was just having fun, bro.
Yeah, dude. And that's the other one that's coming out. And we talked a little bit about that before we came on. Issue number 8 is around the corner, man. How far are you on that?
Issue 8, I got 8 pages that are done, but I am not going to launch issue 8, and I'm going to put it out there. I'm not launching issue 8 until I get to 100 signups. And me being MIA from social media for 3 weeks, nothing's moved. Like, it's still the same number of signups that when I was posting. So I'll wait as long as it takes to build some momentum around it before I launch it, because everybody who does a Kickstarter knows how much work is involved. From the pre-production to posting every damn day and trying to communicate and creating new graphics and all this other stuff. It's a lot of work. So if the demand's not there, I'm not going to waste my time. So I'll wait as long. I'm having fun drawing Cosmic Wars. I'll keep working on that on the back end. But until I get that demand, I'm not doing it. That was one of the things I came to terms with. It's like I had like a awakening during this time off. It was just like, you know what, I'm gonna put my priority where it is. I'm fighting and I'm hustling and I'm hustling and I'm hustling, but I want to put all that energy on family. I want to put all that energy on what I'm doing, and I have more fun just drawing than I do posting every damn day.
Stuff is crazy.
Yeah, I lost you.
What am I posting today? Like, what am I going to do today? And this is why there are teams of people who do that, right? Like that's why people have, social media managers who just post stuff to the social media, because it really is a ton of work that keeps you from, especially when you have a 9 to 5, like we do, where like we have enough time to like go to work, work on our projects, and get some sleep, because that's, you know what I mean? Eat something, get some sleep, spend some time with your family, and then go to bed. And so that social media posting constantly is a struggle, bro. And it's a necessary evil, I guess. Or is it? You know what I mean? Do we need it? I mean, like, it's,
and that's where I have a mixed bag, right? It works for those who they have an active community. Of a true active community, but when you don't, it's just work. It's just work, because you're shouting into the void, right? You're shouting into the void and hoping somebody hears it, right? It's like it's like what is that metaphor, whatever, with a tree that falls in the forest and nobody's around, does it still make a sound, right? It's that kind of stuff, right? It's like, and so, like, I love doing conventions, but I'm not doing any until October, right? And I love doing conventions because I love to talk to people and I love to connect. And at least you get a response and you get a human interaction. Online, you're just talking to a typewriter, bro. And you're like a keyboard warrior. You're a slave to the internet, and the return on that investment isn't there. I mean, if you quantify, if you were making a salary for the amount of time that you spent on posting and creating content just for the internet to try to get somebody to pledge, you can retire with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a full-time job. And for me, what I learned was it doesn't matter whether you're here or not. The internet's going to keep moving, and it's going to keep moving with or without you, because there's a billion people trying to do the same thing you're doing. So I'd rather just focus on what I love, because I get instant gratification from drawing.
Yeah.
Right. And you're searching for gratification when you're trying to plead to a market that doesn't know you. Right. So, it works for, there are people that it works for. I just felt like this 3 weeks gone from the internet. I needed it. I needed it to just gain perspective. Where am I going to put my energy? Right. And I think that's where, instead of putting all those man hours into try to create content to post, I'm just going to put those man hours into creating my own content for my publication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been quite sick with nobody to take over my work. I'm the team. Yeah. Yeah. It's the thing. You get sick. Nobody, I share whatever I can for you. Agreed. Hey, big shout out to Lou. Lou actually has something on my Kickstarter campaign. So you guys will check that out on Thursday. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So thank you, Lou, for being awesome and allowing me to do that on that campaign. But I'll tell you guys more about that. But to your point, Sam, yeah, man, and that's the thing. It's like we live in an age where, we have been not taught, but we've been conditioned, I think, to think that if you post, people will come to your website. People will come to support you. People will come to do it. And I think it's more than just posting, right? It's a lot more than just a simple post and then somebody's going to like your comment. It doesn't work. It's not.
You got to move into their homes.
Well, and you got to pay to play. It used to be somewhere it was free, right? But a lot of this stuff costs a lot of money for you to actually get the eyeballs on your stuff that are actually going to make a difference or going to, move the needle. And listen, big shout out to everybody who watches us here, on a weekly basis, because we thank you very much. And you guys really are, a powerful, machine for us, because you keep it going. You keep it going. So this is real. This is real. What we're seeing on social media, I think to a certain extent, isn't as real as we wish it was.
Yes.
But how do you make it real? How do you build it? Right. That's the question. Dan looks like he's in the back. We can. Oh, go ahead, Sam. Answer that, and maybe we continue.
Dan is dead. No, I get. That's the $1 million question, right? It's in today's, there was this comedian, and then we'll bring our guest in. But there was this comedian I was watching. Not even a comedian. It was a podcast. He's a comedian by day, but he's also a podcaster, serious content. And he posted a clip. It was about a 10-minute clip, a short of him interviewing a guest, and then at the end of it, he did a promo saying, "If you want the full interview, click here. If you're one of those with the attention span of a squirrel and only want short content, then click here." Right? The world just wants short, fast content. They want it fast now, and they want to binge, right? They want it all in one lump, and they want to move on to the next. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait any longer. We grew up in an era where I couldn't wait till next Thursday or whatever it is for the next episode of Alpha. I couldn't wait till the next, right? Now everybody just wants it all to be uploaded at once, binge watch it and move on. And so what happens is, you get that high and that rush from that binge watch, and then that downer kicks in, and you're looking for the next thing. So society's constantly moving on to that next thing, and you have to work just as hard to keep their attention. And then when you're an indie, I mean, the amount of time that you have to work and put in and invest, it's unrealistic. But you're trying to chase your dream, and you got to deal with the fact that the world has changed, and technology is taking over, and the attention span is smaller. Tastes have changed, and everybody's trying to create the same content you're trying to create, and everyone's trying to fight for a piece of that. So I think, I just think for me, I'd rather just draw. I'd rather just draw and create and save that for last. Is the reason why, unless I hit that 100 mark, I'm not going to launch. I need a reason to launch. Give me a reason and I'll do it. If I don't have that reason, I won't launch. I'll just keep creating on the back end, and I'll do what I need to do from the back end. And I'm okay with that, because it's like I'm comforted by it, and it's a decision that I can sleep well with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
so I think that's it. But more about that later. If you want to hear us just ramble on, stick around. But we got a guest, man. We have the bearded man in the house. We got the guy that's been hanging on with some side-kicking, back-flipping, karate, big, hairy, beasted mongrels. We have none other than Dan the Boogeyman Price. What's up, baby?
Man, what's up? I like the
Boogeyman Price.
Sure. That's a first for me, man. But I'll go. How are y'all?
What's up, D?
What's up, George? What's up, Samuel? How y'all doing today?
Good, my brother. Good to see you, man. Glad you're on, brother. We made it happen. We did it. What's up, Lou? Man, it's good to see you two. It's been since October since I saw y'all at Texoma.
That's right. It's been a minute.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. How you been, man? Since I think it was February. I think what you've been. I know you launched this campaign. It's doing fantastic. But tell us a little bit about what you've been up to in the meantime and leading up to the campaign launch.
Yeah, no, just been got my hands busy with a few things right now. We got Homebrewed Comics. Chris Saloff, Drew Lenhart, Dennis Valencia, and myself rocking it over there. We just got done with the Crit campaign for that. Chris Saloff's Crit, it just finished up a couple of days ago. Late pledges available. So if you want to learn more about that, go to homebrewedcomics.com and you can find the link to the late pledges. And we put out a book recently just on the website by itself, not on Kickstarter, called Tin Can by Jonathan Wetmore and Drew Lenhart. We did Homebrewed Zero that came out at the beginning of the year, which was the anthology book featuring all the primary titles from Homebrewed Comics, little short stories, original works. That was cool. Bigfoot Knows Karate God Killer, been working on that. We got Justin Adcock on artwork, Casey taking the lead on the artwork, on the writing on this story, which has been awesome watching him do his thing. And then we have book 4 of Bigfoot Knows Karate, chapter 4. Call the dog, would you please? Sorry. Sorry, guys. We have chapter 4 of Bigfoot Knows Karate rocking right now. I mean, it's already, I think there's like 10, 12 pages already done on that. So
Nice.
It's like, and that'll go out in October. So on Kickstarter. So yeah, I mean, we've got some really cool things happening, and I'm really excited for all of them. And then on top of that, there's a secret project that I can't mention.
Wow.
But that we're working on that right now too. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, you've been busy, man. Bro. I love the fact that Homebrewed Comics is going strong, bro. I know that, sometimes working with a team can be tough. And I know it's supposed to be easy. I know it's supposed to be something that helps us out, but sometimes it can be tough. You guys have managed to work together for as long as you guys have been working together, and things are moving, bro. How have you guys managed to keep this thing going as strong as you have, bro?
Oh, man, it's like-minded people who have, and I don't mean like from a political, religious, cultural, just business focused creators. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what their political affiliations are, to be perfectly honest with you. It's like just we all dug each other's work. 3 out of 4 of us three out of 4 of them knew each other from a collective they were in previously. Okay. I came in, and we all just dug each other's work. We dug each other's work ethic. And that's the thing. Everybody's work ethic is really solid in Homebrewed. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows their lane. Everybody stays in their lane, but then we're there to help each other and have each other's back along the way. That's so cool. It's, so it works out really well in that regard. But we take it very seriously. This isn't, we don't have a clubhouse with a secret knock. You know what I mean? This is, is right. Anyway, that's not the secret knock. I forget the secret knock. Burn. Anyway, sorry, that was for the Stand By Me crowd. Anyway, so so I mean, I think that there's like a, for lack of a better term, like a confluence between everybody within the group, just working really hard and pushing each other to keep working harder. You know what I mean? Like, you see everybody else hustling, man, get it together, dude. We have there's a lot going on. I mean, we have a direct campaign that we're going to do on our website here this summer. Nice. For another book, and that's not going to hit Kickstarter. That's going to be just direct on the website. Good for you. And so, learning how to market that stuff without the aid of Kickstarter, but like trying to get away from that, all of that other, hazara, so to speak, and so it's exciting, I mean, look, we're making comics, we're having fun, and then on top of all this, I mean, there's distribution, and there's all that stuff now too. So, we're doing the distro thing, and, we have the Whatnot store. That's pretty cool. Good. And so we've been every Wednesday night, you can catch the Whatnot store. Dennis Valencia is live on Instagram and whatnot, pitching all those rarities and wares and, the slabbed books and all that. So Homebrewed staying busy. How do we do it? I don't know, man. We are doing it. So we're gonna keep pushing forward, I guess.
But I think you hit on something that was key, man. It's like everybody brings something to the table, and they kind of, it's like, for example, you're just talking about Whatnot. That's something that he handles, right? Like you let him handle that.
Oh yeah, that's his business. Yeah,
you do the marketing, right? Because that's your forte. So you handle that kind of stuff. I noticed your not your website. Well, your website's awesome, but also even your Kickstarter campaign, dude. The graphics for your Kickstarter campaign are so clean, dude. And I think that's so important when you're trying to sell something. It's making sure that things are clean. Is that something that you make sure you do whenever you're creating something for the web or for anything that you guys are doing, even your table, dude?
And I'll tell you what, and everybody's brings, I mean, like Chris's design style just blows me away. Chris also, his look and feel for that he does for Crit, for Constantly Running Into Trouble. I mean, he does such an amazing job with that. And I mean, everybody just has a unique look to their, what they bring to the table. And so for me, my job is to, help, make sure everything executes properly, make those graphics and do things like that. And, just, come on, we can do it, boys. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it feels like. I've been working in as a creative director in marketing and advertising for the last 20 something years of my life. And some days there's still like that feeling of, okay, we can do it. Got your fingers crossed. Let's go. All right. Let's go make it happen. It's social media. It's a fickle beast. So, but it, and you don't know what's going to work. I mean, I put out some money on Facebook and not Facebook, Instagram and TikTok ads for this campaign. Yeah, okay. That was a waste of money. It was.
I would have told you, don't do it on TikTok. You're not going to get a return on investment there.
No, I got a lot of views, a lot of likes, but likes don't feed the monkey, so we gotta, so to speak, so yeah, I mean, that's okay though. I mean, look, campaign's going well. People,
you're killing it.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, people are coming back and getting the next one, and they keep returning and new faces all the time, and so it's great. I mean, so, but when it comes to TikTok and Instagram ads, well, we took a swing, see what happens. I mean, I've never really laid down money for an ad campaign on those platforms before, so it was worth giving it a shot. I'm not looking to become TikTok famous. I'm just trying to, pitch some books on Kickstarter.
TikTok is a scam. You have a better chance on Facebook.
Yeah.
But you have to go into the manager portal to manage and to adjust all of the settings in the back end in order to get to the reach that you're looking for. But TikTok is a scam.
Okay. Well, understood. And will we not be going down that path? Look, I learned the first time.
I did too. I made the same mistake. So
yeah, well, we make mistakes, but if we don't learn from them, that's the biggest mistake. You know?
Yeah. No, and speaking of the campaign, man, Bigfoot Knows Karate is live on Kickstarter for another week. You will be on this thing until Wednesday, June 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. where you guys are right now. Going really well, dude. Like, so what was the biggest takeaway of this campaign so far, man? What have you learned from this thing?
What have I learned from this campaign? Oh my goodness. Come on, how many of you, it's like this is my fifth Kickstarter. What I've learned is to not sweat the small stuff by this point. My goal was to fund as fast as humanly possible, and then do the not take this thing, and then when that's done, not take this thing as absolutely seriously as let's tone it down a little bit, because usually you're in Kickstarter mode 30 days and going at 11 the whole time, volumes at 11, and I'm like, let's just take it down to like a 6.57 this time. I did a shorter campaign. I only did 28 days this time because I'm going out of town, at that part of June. So I was like, well, we'll shorten this up 30 days. We'll take it to 28. Do less podcasts this time. Usually I do 25 podcasts, so, at least during the, we hit it hard every time. Yeah. And I was like, doing less, there's no reason to break my back to do this. And which is kind of crazy and reverse of the normal attitude, because normally I'm drawing the book myself, but we have Justin Adcock drawing this issue, so there is incurred costs to go into this. In fact, this campaign was my biggest ask up to date. I've never asked for 3K before, so it was a large ask, and with more costs involved. So I probably should have done 45 podcasts, not 15. But that's okay. The campaign's gone great, and people came out, they supported, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
You almost doubled. You almost doubled the goal right there. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
We've hit 2 stretch goals already. Yeah, we funded it in 3 hours. That was dope. Then we hit 2 stretch goals already, which were, and I do a vote on a poll on the Kickstarter pages. So the first vote came out for 2 trading cards over 2 stickers. So that's what they picked. So we're doing 2 trading cards. And then the next one, the bookmark one over the sticker. I was shocked by that, the bookmark one. Because the bookmarks never ever won a poll I've ever done ever in 5 campaigns. So this is the first. And so we're going to do one of those. And so now we're close to the $6,000 stretch goal. So if we can hit that, let's, we'll put something else up on the poll. Casey really wants temporary tattoos. So I'll put that on the poll and see what else comes up, and we'll let the audience fight it out. Last time it was like there were 28 votes, I think, in the thing, and it was like 15 or maybe 29, 15, 14 for the bookmark. I was like, wow, dude, that's razor thin. So anyway, razor thin margins here.
Razor thin, man. No, but this campaign has done really, really well, dude. And I'm very happy for you. Now, you did launch it, and I like what you're doing with the launches. You go on Instagram Live.
Oh yeah,
and you get I was on your live, and that was a blast. You get to know people that way. That, I think, has worked really well for you guys. You started doing that a few campaigns ago, right, Dan? Is that something that you started doing?
Well, I've been doing it since my first one, but I stole this from Chris Saloff well before, I saw that working for him and his guys, and I was like, "Ooh,
gotta use that."
I contacted the guys and said, "I'm doing this." I wasn't a complete dick about it, but part of me wasn't a complete jerk about it. Sorry, I don't want Sam just to put up the app. There
it is. There it is.
Every time, come on, dude.
Got him.
Come on. Sorry, Sam.
That's why I call it the bearded boogeyman.
The bearded boogeyman. Anyway. So yeah, I stole that shit since it's up there. I might as well. Stole that from him, and I've been running with it ever since. And it's become a really good tool. Chris and I, on book 2 of Bigfoot Knows Karate, he was launching an issue of Crit, and we decided to, because I had picked my date. And I put it out there like a month ahead of time. This is the launch date. Put it up on Instagram or whatever. And he contacted me. He's like, man, I was going to pick the exact same date. Can we just launch together? I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, why not? He's got a great marketing mind. I'm watching him on Instagram during that time, and I'm seeing him doing amazing stuff. So it's like, for me, it's a no-brainer. We both had, I think, $1,500 goals on those campaigns, and we funded them in like 15, 20 minutes, through the power of the live launch. Yeah. And I believe in the power of the live launch. I believe in it. I believe in it. I don't believe in much of anything. I believe in karma, and I believe in the power of the live launch.
It's powerful. It's powerful.
Yeah. I think it's about as spiritual as I get, but I will tell you that live launch works. That is something special.
It's good, dude. It's good. Tell us a little bit about Bigfoot Knows Karate for those who don't know what it is, and are you doing this as like an ongoing series, or is it stories almost like what Hellboy was doing? Like, how are you? The release of these books.
Yes, no, it's very Hellboy-esque in the breakdown for sure. So we have the main storyline that we're doing. So like we've got chapters 1 through 3 that are already out, but between 2 and 3, we put out a book called Bigfoot Knows Karate Inagon, and Inagon was a prequel, and the same thing to God Killer that's going to come out between 3 and 4, and that's a prequel book. But Bigfoot Knows Karate itself is the tale of a gentle yet deadly cryptid warrior who is like, friend of the underdog, protector of the forest, and finds himself being in the main storyline being hunted down by this nefarious cabal. And there's cryptids and kaiju and creatures of lore. You've got in the first issue he has to fight Cthulhu, but it's not just any Cthulhu, it's Kung Fu Cthulhu, and he's out for blood, damn it. And there's twists and turns along the way. I mean, we always say it's like Godzilla versus Kong meets Kill Bill with a twist of like Stranger Things or Lost or the X-Files, that vein. And I do mean twist. I mean, twists and turns along the way in this story wild characters. I mean, you think it's going to be a comedy. Bigfoot knows karate, ha ha ha, Kung Fu Panda, whatever. No, that's not what we're doing here, folks. You know, we're not doing that. And it is, you know, it's action adventure, it's psychological thriller, it is chock full of over-the-top violence. It is, you know, a couple of jokes thrown in for good measure, sure, because we got a sense of humor, damn it, but that's not the point right now. You know, I mean, but you got characters like, you know, there's Mothmen and Minotaurs, and there's a Chupacabra with a shotgun in there that just kicks so much ass, and it's awesome. And, you know, but then you get into God Killer, which is a prequel story. And in this story, you know, like we put Inagon in feudal Japan. Okay. The main storyline takes place in the modern day. God Killer takes place in Asgard. Okay. And Bigfoot himself is being accused of the murder of Odin. And all I'm going to say, guys, is heads will roll. And so this is it's a cool story. You know, like I said, Casey Allen, my co-writer on the main series, really took the lead on this story and came up with something really special. And Justin's bringing some amazing artwork to the table. I'm having a good time because I get to color Justin and I get to help Casey with the script. But, you know, I mean, really, I'm just letting other people play in the sandbox and have a good time. And I get to sit there and going, cool. And so, I mean, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to watch, you know, other people get into really taking, you know, like Casey taking some leadership in this, in the creative, you know, and not that he hasn't been essential before this, but I mean, but really, you know, spearheading this on his, you know, and doing, you know, taking Benny, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call him, into another realm, another direction. And all the while we're doing this, we've got Bigfoot Knows Karate #4 working in the background, you know, and that's the artwork's being done on that one by a gentleman, Domenico Pagano. And he's an incredible artist. And I've been following him for a few years. He actually did the artwork on this Homebrewed Zero. I got to show you. Can I show you something real quick?
Sure, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you this because Dom's artwork is, I mean, I don't have Justin's in a hard copy, but it's on the web, on the Kickstarter campaign. But yeah, Dom's artwork. I got to color this too.
Oh wow! Damn.
And yeah, so Dom is doing the artwork on Chapter 4, and I am doing the colors on Chapter 4 with him. So hold on, let me kind of take that.
Nice.
Shoot.
Yeah. Nice. So, so Dom's doing the artwork on Chapter 4 right now. I am coloring God Killer. Then I'm going to turn around and oh, hold on one second. Sorry, Zed. Let's go back. What's up, Zed? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We'll try and do a little cliff notes at the end. So anyway, a little Q&A question.
Dude, that's incredible artwork, man. So you kind of handed the artwork reins over to like just guest artists throughout this. Is that the plan, or
well,
are you
so
come back, or
we always did. We did. Adam Caswell did Inagon. Okay, did the artwork on Inagon. So the one shots, it was always the plan to have another artist do those books. I have gotten to be a very busy boy with everything that's going on. We have all these Bigfoot projects now, and then we have Homebrewed, and then the other project, and there's a lot happening. So I am passing the reins on the artwork to Chapters 4 and 5 to Dom. He's doing an amazing job, and I'm really excited what he gets to do. Plus, I get to color him still, which is really my favorite part of the drawing process anyway. I love playing with color. And but expect me to come back in 27 with a one shot of my own. Okay. Whether it's a Bigfoot story or it's a Chupacabra with a shotgun story, that is to be seen still. But I am going to have another story that I'll be drawing in 27.
Are you coloring with your finger just like you were drawing with your finger?
I really color with my mouse more than anything. That's the easiest way to do that. Every once in a while, I have like a big shape, and I'll just go, you know. But otherwise,
I'm so impressed by you being able to draw just with your finger
or even just color with the mouse.
Oh yeah,
with the mouse and stuff too. Yeah, you're right.
I work in Adobe Illustrator, and so it's not really like you're drawing with lines, sure, but you're really drawing with shape more. And so you know, like, okay, here's what when you're working in raster artwork, like in Photoshop or in like Procreate or something like that, and you're painting to color, and you have to paint under the line or do a selection and then grow the selection and fill it and that kind of thing. When I'm painting under the lines on a raster, I always feel like I'm getting outside the line. I have to go back and erase all this shit. And there's the MA. And but then but when I have a pen, when I'm using a pen tool in Illustrator, it's just click, 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 and making my shape that way. And then I use a lot of blah blah blah. What's the word I'm looking for? Clipping masks in my coloring process. So I'll like take color then and make a stroke color around that and put a funny brush on there and then blow up the size of the stroke, make a clip, paste them on top of each other, make a clipping mask, gets rid of all the exterior crap, and now you just have a cool pattern or texture inside your flats. And then I go in and I don't know why I'm going down this whole path of how I work, but it's just a different. And then when I'm coloring, when I'm doing shadows and highlights and stuff, that's where I use my fingertip, because then I start painting in with a brush to get in, the shadows under his eyes or, whatever. And sometimes I'll do a pen and with like, say, half his body's in shadow. I'll draw, pen out half the body and then, do all the brush for the rest of it, So it is a combination of, brush and mouse, but a lot of mouse when I'm coloring.
Are you at 600 or 300 DPI? Like what how big are these?
Well, I'm using Illustrator, so there's no DPI. It's not a DPI situation. I love to draw, but I love to see what other artists can bring to the table too. Zed, I got to be honest with you. It is nice to be able to say, okay, well, I can do this book myself because I can afford me. I'm free. But it is nice to see another artist take on the character. Like Justin's version of Benny is like, he's the tallest thing I've ever seen. He's like Uncle Sam on stilts. You know what I mean? But it's so killer. It's so killer. It's such a cool. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying, because I draw him more like, about a 9 foot tall Hulk. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he has him more like in a taller, skinnier, and it's just so cool. And it doesn't bother me as an artist or as a creator, because maybe I've been conditioned a little bit. We've gotten some fan art over the years for the character. And so I get off on seeing how all the different versions, all the different looks. See, all my work, so all my drawings are in Illustrator, or yes, they're vector, except for, and then I take it to Photoshop and I do color edits in Photoshop. So,
right. So when you take it into
Photoshop, then it gets to raster. But all the major artwork, I mean, I can share my screen and show you all stuff, I guess. But but when because it looks so different in Illustrator to when it's done in Photoshop, because then the color effects go in there. And I always put I take a piece of like a parchment paper and I lay it on top of my page, and then work the layers, the layer styles, so it has a nice texture that goes over the top of the page. So it's just one additional thing that I have to do to the page. So they look different from Illustrator to Photoshop, but it's cool.
Yeah, I commend you for it, because I've never been able to do anything in Illustrator.
Illustrator's always been so for me too, bro.
Yeah, I took to Photoshop like a duck to water, but I couldn't do Illustrator. I just couldn't figure it out.
Oh man, it's 20 something years of doing it. I mean, I used to work in college. I used to work on a program called Aldus Freehand, which was the precursor to Illustrator. Okay, and it was like the original vector software, and it was nuts. I mean, that's like 90s graphic design courses, man. You know what I mean? Like that was college. And so but I took a break away from Illustrator and and the early vector stuff, and I was Photoshop only for a long time. And then when I got back to Illustrator, man, oh God. And the learning curve was steep, but doing yeah, doing all of the the learning curve was steep, but I do so much in it for logos or simple illustrations or or like infographics or stuff like that. It was just a net. Once I realized that I could draw with my fingertip in a program that I was completely comfortable in, it was like it changed the game on how I made comics. I used to when Lou and I were running around in comics back in the 2010s. I was drawing on a piece of paper, with a pen and a pencil and a marker, and which old school, but I'm better. I'm a better illustrator. Well, I'm a better graphic designer than I am an artist. And I think that taking the graphic design mentality and applying that to comic books has made me a stronger illustrator. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, this freehand. Wow. Yeah, no. And to Ed's point, I mean, there's something to say about that day job, right? Sometimes you can pick up a lot of things. I remember when I was working like in the field of like advertising, I did like we talked about that, Dan. At Cork Express, I was using to design
right
pages.
Quark, baby.
Wow, Quark. That's
I love Quark, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was using before in design and all that other stuff. So you learn a lot of things. I mean, especially when you're in the fields that we're in, like even Ed was talking about that. And the thing with vector too is like no matter how big you blow it up, it's going to be clean. You're not going to get any of those pixels. Nothing's going to be pixels. It's all vectors. So it works that way. But dude, I'm so happy for you as far as like where you're going with Bigfoot Knows Karate, because I know sometimes it's tough to be able to keep putting out these stories when you're doing it all on your own. I mean, Sam, you know about that stuff, man, doing everything on your own, how long it takes to do all that stuff. So kudos to you, man, for like, getting a team together almost and like, continuing the story of Bigfoot that way.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's cool. It's gratifying. I want to put out more books. That's the thing. I just want to put out more books. There's so many stories we want to tell.
Yeah.
And not only that, there's other things I want to do outside of Benny. Bigfoot's a fun book, dude. Bigfoot Knows Karate is great. But I got a whole nother, thing that I want to draw and do or that I want to write. And not necessarily draw, but I want to write. And I've got like 3 series in the hopper. So yeah, and I mean I'm not going to get to them all because I want to keep doing the little Bigfoot book, but but yeah, I mean it's a cool medium. I mean, come on, we've all done multiple series in this room. I mean, you know how it is. We all put another one in this somewhere. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Now, is Bigfoot Knows Karate, is it going to be ongoing, or do you see an end for the story?
No, it can be. I mean, I don't see it like as an ongoing. You're going to have one through issues 300 or something. Like that. Like we're not going full Dave Sim or anything like that. But we are. Yeah, I mean, I can see it going for a while. I mean, I don't have a definitive ending figured out for the whole, the whole long thing. But I mean, I know how issue 5 ends. It's going to be a good one too. So, the first arc, we know where that is. We know we have a few other arcs in motion right now of things that we can do. It's really funny because we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for the next arc. It doesn't necessarily have to be linear.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can do, I mean, we've shot around in the one shots backwards. We could do the same thing with the next arc. We had an idea of like another kind of gods thing, but we're doing the Odin thing now. So I want to kind of back off from that and do something a little different. And, which is cool because, there's so many directions we can go with this. It's a Bigfoot that knows karate. I mean, he can go in a lot of directions. I mean, we've had, what is it? We've done, he fought a Cthulhu. In issue 3, he fought an undead manticore. It was called a manticorpse. He was pretty cool. I mean, there's so many, and in Hinnagon, I mean, he fought a Mizuchi water dragon, I mean, there's so many different directions we can take it. And, Helen, that Homebrewed Zero, that was in World War I that took place. So we got options. Options.
Yeah. Yes, Ed says, yes, I respect that Sam and Dan can do as comic artists, wishing I had that kind of autonomy. Yeah, man. Yeah. But Dan, listen, man, what are you going to be doing next? What's your next show? What are you guys doing?
Next show. Hold on. Let me look. I'm
not many,
sure.
huh?
What? No, I'm taking a couple of months over the summer off because I've got a lot of work travel and that sort of thing. So I don't actually have anything like right away. I just did a slew of different ones here recently. But I am going to be, my next thing is, do I not have anything till August? Yeah. So my next thing will be at Terrificon in August at the Mohegan Sun Expo Center in Connecticut. So you can catch me there. And then
I'll see you there, my friend. I will see you.
You will be there?
I'll be there. I'll be walking the floor, but I'll be there. I'll see you.
Awesome. You gotta come to dinner with us because there'll be Chris and Dennis and Drew, all will be there. Mike Alger from Dork Art Studios is going to be tabling next to us. Christian DeMatteo. Do you know Christian DeMatteo from Future Poems? Christian's going to be there. There's a lot of folks who are going to be there, so we're going to try and get a big dinner together one night.
All right, cool. Let me know, bro. I'll be out there. And you're doing Plastic City, right?
No.
Okay.
Doing that. I got Terrificon. Then I got Casa in San Antonio. Sam, are you doing Casa in San Antonio?
The only show I'm doing next is the Denton Comic Art Expo, and that's it for the year. I took the summer off.
Nice. I don't blame you. So I got Casa in November, and then the Horror for the Holidays also in November here in Austin. So that's all I have currently scheduled for the rest of the year right now. However, that can always change. So, yeah.
Cool, man. Well, Dan, listen, thank you for stopping by, my friend. We'll see you in August. And man.
Looks like you got another pledge.
Badass, man. Thank you so much to the person who pledged. That's awesome. Hold on. Let's take a look.
Let's do it, man.
Refresh. There we go. Hey, all right. Thank you so much. That's awesome. George, I wanted to ask you real quick. When is the Shameless Plug launching?
Thursday.
Okay, I had it in my calendar for today because I actually put it in my calendar. I'm like, don't forget to check that out.
Yeah, I sent it out to my email list, and he changed it up on me.
It'll be.
This is what I get for doing a favor.
Yeah, right. Damn it. Unbelievable.
Listen, I goofed. I made a rookie mistake. I didn't send my project up for a submission. You know what I mean? Dude. I thought with the pre-launch page it was already submitted, and it wasn't. So I did it Saturday. They were like, "It's gonna take 1 to 3 business days. By the 28th, you should be good." And I'm like,
"Dude, are you serious? Like, you've how many campaigns have you done? They should
on my own second.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? And then you've done a few of them. Kickstarter always changes something. Something always changes. Sure. You know what I mean? So, but it's all good.
There's sometimes, I remember my first one, it took me like a day and a half or two to get the acceptance. Yeah. Then after that, it seems like, okay, 15 minutes later, all right, you're good. You're like, all right, cool.
15 minutes, I get it in like 30 seconds, bro.
30 seconds? Well, I'm not the champ you are. I bow to your greater skills, sir.
This is the first time I see two men argue about how fast they are. And
I know, right?
Faster than the other. This is the first time that's ever happened.
I got things to do.
Fastest backer in the West. Anyway,
there you go.
Crazy.
D, you're the man. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
So much. It's always a pleasure seeing y'all. Now take that MA off your sign, and I'll catch y'all later. Thanks, guys, and everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. All right, bye, y'all.
No problem, my brother. Dan, the Boogeyman Price, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. Nah, man, Dan's a great dude.
I lost all my sponsors today.
Wow. Oh, man, what's this? Ed said Pie Grande.
Pie Grande.
Yes. Well, Sam, let's talk a little bit about our meds. Let's get our meds.
Yeah, man. Do
we have that still?
I need some meds, bro.
It's time for your medicine.
All right.
And we are going to be talking about a couple of things. Sam, we'll talk about social media. We started talking about that a little bit. And my mistake when launching the campaign. But let's talk about what we were talking about. Let's continue the conversation about the social media. It was good to talk to Dan because he seems to be working not Kickstarter. What is that? Instagram really well with the Instagram lives.
Yeah.
So
I haven't done that.
No, me neither. I went on his live, but I've never actually gone live on Instagram to
Now,
see how
is he
that
using
goes.
his computer when he's doing live, or he's using his phone?
I don't know. I honestly
And
don't
then,
know. I don't know if
and
he
then
was on his phone.
how do the people see?
Well, so whenever you go live, people will get on your when they start looking, they add, you have a thing that you can send them a request to come on, or they can ask to be put onto your live. And so that's how he did it. So he sent me the okay to come on. I came live. I spoke for a few minutes.
What I'm saying is how do people who's watching his Instagram feed see the campaign?
Oh, well, that it would have to be in his bio, in his link and stuff like that. They'd still have to leave to go pledge. But it worked. I mean, it worked for him. He funded in 3 hours, bro. And he was on there and he was doing his thing. It was pretty cool to see how that came about. So, I mean, he's obviously been able to use social media to his advantage when it comes to that kind of stuff. But again, that's because you're live and you're talking to people.
Yeah.
You're not leaving it up to whatever. Let's see what happens. Let's see who likes, who doesn't like, who shares, who doesn't share, kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I think that's what we're talking about. It's like, if you're not posting, nobody's looking.
Nobody's looking.
Anything you're doing.
Nope.
It's not like it just sits there and you just hit the like. You just put it up and people hit the likes. You have to work for it. And you honestly don't know if it's even working, even when you're working for it.
No, you don't. And I think that's the reason why I think TikTok is really good. And every time you post, it shows up on your feed. As soon as you hit post, boost it to get this many likes or whatever. I don't want likes, bro. I'm not looking for likes. Because likes mean nothing, right? What I'm looking for, people who are interested in the product.
Yeah.
I don't care how many. I don't even care how many followers. I care about how many people actually want to read the book. Yeah. How many people are interested in that project. Yeah. Because if you take all of my social media combined, it's like there's several thousand people.
Sure.
But they're not active. Right. They probably saw a post, they liked it, let me follow, but that's it. It never moved from there. Right. So they're just sitting there in the abyss. So I think what happens is I think everyone thinks, oh, because I got all these likes, it's going to convert into a sale or whatever. No, I mean, I was gone for over 3 weeks on social media. Ain't nobody saying, hey, whatever happened to Sam, right? It's like because they moved on to the next thing, right? So for me, it was a great perspective to say all of that is just fluff. It's where am I going to put my energy? Is going to be on my work. Yeah, all the hours that I lost spending on social media trying to build something when I could have just been further along with all of my books and my material. So now I'm just reinvesting my time to humans instead of bots and computers. And instead of being a keyboard warrior, I'm just going to be illustrative warrior. And I'm going to work on just building my content.
Yeah.
Well, not online, but offline.
Yeah, no, I got you. So like, and good, that's a good segue to like what happened to me as far as, yes, Chris, how are you? Welcome back. Nice seeing you again. No, but talking about like my experiences with Kickstarter, right? Like the reason why I'm not launching today is because I failed to send this thing to be approved like I should have. But forgot. I thought about you, but forgot to tell you. And so obviously we're not launching tonight, but talk about the pre-launch pages, right? I have 17, people ready to get on board with it. You said you haven't moved from 28 or whatever it was, right? Since you last started. And
I stopped posting, nothing's happened.
And I honestly don't know that makes a difference. Because to be honest with you, the 17 people that are following me, I feel like those are organic, and those are the 17 people.
Those people are real. Those people are real. Like, you know what? You know what's fascinating? Because even though I was going through this epiphany that was happening, when I was reading the comments, when you sent out the survey for the campaign, what made you want to back the campaign? Mm-hmm. A lot of the responses was because of you,
right?
Because. Yeah. And I swear to you, I'm sitting there like, yo, social media is just bullshit, right? And I'm sitting there like,
you want to see Instagram posts, Facebook posts,
right? So then I go and I see it's like because of you, because I love your work, and that for me was like, oh shit, I didn't expect it. Never expected, right? You know, so I think what happens is, you know, you go through these moments where you're like, shit, I'm gone tomorrow. The world's moved on. It doesn't really matter, right? You're a blip in time, right? And so I think it's like, for me, you asked me a question at the beginning of this episode. You know, what were you doing? I was I was working long hours, long days, long stretches. But every morning at 4:30 in the morning, I'd find my way to the draft table, and I was at peace just creating.
Mhm.
I wasn't worried about posts. I wasn't thinking about creating something to post and try to get creative with hashtags or get creative with the wording or try to create. I was just having fun drawing. I was at peace. I was tired physically from all the work that I'm doing for work, for real life, but I was at peace sitting there and having fun, being alone in the dark and just drawing. And that's where, for me, that's quality. Social media is quantity. It's like volume. You're putting out volume of stuff, and all that stuff that's going out there, the return on investment doesn't equal the investment, right? And so for me, it's like the return on investment on drawing, I mean, creating pages and drawing these characters and coloring, that's the best part of it, bro. That's where I have the most fun. So I ain't not, you know, I have nothing against the people who've mastered the art of social media. I have not, and I realize that it's just not worth the energy. When I do post, it won't be as frequent as I used to. Um, you know what I mean? It'll be more strategic. But I need for me, I need some things. Um, I need to see some things that validate the output.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just need to see, for me, I need to see, because all that time that I took away from spending time with family, you know, just smelling the roses, bro. Like, yo, dude, I got these bunnies in my yard, right? And so they built the nest underneath my shed. So I go and I buy carrots and I buy lettuce and celery, and I leave it to them every night before I go to bed. And there's like a mom, a dad, and there's like 4 little bunnies, right? And every morning, 4 in the morning, I come out with my flashlight and I go and I put this stuff, whatever. I check on them. That's the fun part, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, last night I was looking up at the stars, and I'm telling you, I don't know if they're satellites, but there were 3 of them. They were so far up. They were so far up in formation in the sky, higher than planes, no blinking lights, just little specks like stars just moving. I was like, yo, they're coming for us, right? So my imagination is going, it's like, it's aliens, they're coming for us, right? That's the fun part, because then I could take that and translate it into stories.
Right.
That's what I'm missing. Looking up, smelling the roses, enjoying life. I was a slave to the internet, and I'm trying to take my life back, bro.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question though, and because this is a thin line. Like, at what point do you come back to the matrix, you know, and plug back into it so that you can get your stuff out? Or at this point, do you just say, I don't need it. I'm just going to do this organically and go from there?
Think about it, right? I think it's the old school hustle. The things that work are when you connect with human beings on a personal level. The things that worked are the stuff that's always worked in time. Is when that door-to-door salesman, when you're going and you're meeting the people face to face, when you're walking into the bookstores, talking to the bookshop owners, when you're walking into the libraries, talking to the librarians, when you're walking into the schools, connecting with the teachers. That's tangible, because you can build those relationships, you get an audience, and you get exposure. This isn't tangible because you don't know, and it isn't sustainable. Right? Because it's cyclical. The internet is based on ebbs and flows. But what never changes is that we are social creatures, and the reason why when we had the lockdown, everybody was dying to get out and go to the movies together, go to dinner together, go and socialize, right? That's the real art form. It's that human interaction. So that's, for me, I lost it because I put so much energy into the internet. I'm going to go back to the things that I know that are that I have an ROI that I have that's been proven over to be a results-driven approach. And it's that I'm going to hit the pavement. I'm going to make those connections. I'm going to talk to people, and I'm going to build that way. Social media is just a way to say, here's a link to the website, right? But if you really want, and for me personally, it ain't for you. It's for me personally. I'd rather talk to people. I'd rather meet people where they are. I'd rather connect with them, listen to them, and see a reaction. Let them feel my energy, and when I get excited about something, right? Because where energy drives energy, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. Lou says there is no spoon. Word. Chris says work within your means, not outside of them. When you take it too much, you'll end up failing at the end.
Yeah,
and it's draining. It drains you.
It is.
I think, I agree with you, man. I was talking to John about this today, because I believe in there's not only just one way to do things, right? If you are only going to do it one way or do one thing to sell your product, you're missing out on a few things. So while I agree with you, and I love doing for me, I love shows. Shows are the stuff. That's what I love to do. I love to be there one-on-one. I love talking to people. I love interacting with people. Unfortunately, I feel like this is a necessary evil. We need this. We still, honestly, this is my way of communicating with you, because you're not here, so
Yeah.
I'm able to see you this way. So our way of communicating with the people who are watching this show, Lou and Ed, and Chris and everybody who comes on, Michael and Anila from time to time will be on here. That's our way to communicate with them. I think that going back to that whole Kickstarter thing, those people that follow your campaign, I honestly think, and the more I look at it, is I think it's just Kickstarter's way of just making us work for them.
Yes, that's all it is.
For example, make sure you tell your people that it's going to be launching on Kickstarter. And the only way for them to pledge is if they sign up. So now they have people signed up. And I think that's all that does, Word, because I don't know that if you have 100 followers of your campaign, unless those are 100 people that you somehow cultivated, I don't know that all those 100 people are real. I don't know that those 100 people will pledge to your campaign. They don't usually. They usually follow it just to kind of watch it.
Oh, it's usually like a 40% conversion rate.
Right.
I know that. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you have 100 people,
I'd rather have 40% of 100 than 40% of 20, right? I think that's
it's a numbers game.
Right.
It becomes a numbers game, right? But I don't think that it necessarily means you're going to get more pledges because of it. Because the grind is in when the campaign is live, I think. You know what I'm saying? You still have to grind it out. You still have to make sure that people come pledge to your campaign every freaking day. So I don't rely so much on that pre-launch number anymore as I used to. I think it's something that we can. The work is when the campaign goes live. I know it's supposed to make it easier, and I understand the logic behind it. I just don't know that it works that way. At least not for me. It doesn't work for me that way.
No, and I think
maybe it's because I'm a small fish. You know what I'm saying?
That's basically. I think that's the reality of it all. And I was it yesterday or this morning? I think on this morning I was counting how many comic book campaigns were on there, and how many of them are down to the last like 8 days or 7 days and have not even funded. And there's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of comic book campaigns out there that's not even close to funding, that are getting ready to end. Ooh. Right. And then when you look at how many just launched in a week, you know what I mean? It's phenomenal how many projects out there.
Yeah.
So unless you hit it out the gate from day one, Kickstarter's not going to push you, right? Because they want to drive traffic to those who are generating traffic. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to complement what's already working to drive you even more, because they know that's more money in their pocket. But if you're not driving that, you're going to go to the bottom of the pile, because you're not going to give them the profits they're looking for, right?
Yeah.
So, I think for me, it's like for a while I was putting all the stock into that, and instead of just doing what I love. And I think that's just it. I love to create all that other stuff. It's work for me, and it's not fun. It's just it just takes up time I won't get back. I can't recover that time back. So I think now I just want to invest the time where it's going to count. I'd rather be happy finishing projects and getting it out there the old school way, working on getting them into stores my way, and not focus so much on posts, because we're all posting on the same communities that every other artist is posting on. That isn't the community I'm looking for, right? And it's like those are people I want to, I admire their work, and I love to look at other artists' work, but that's not the consumer base, and I think that's the difference. So I'm looking for readers, not necessarily, because I'll go on those communities and I'll look at somebody's work and I'll compliment their work, and when I back a Kickstarter, I'm usually backing people I love their work on, and so I think for me it's just an eye opener. I think I'd say of the thousands of people that are on my social media, maybe 140 know me personally, right? And out of that 140, nobody knew that I was off the social media, a person who posts every single day for several years. No one even noticed I was gone except you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody who reached out were reaching out because they needed something, right? They need, can I get on the show? Oh, hey, what do you do about this? Or what printer do you use for this, right? It was all stuff that they needed, but there was nobody even, hey, this odd, we haven't seen, he's been posting every day for the past couple of years. We haven't heard from him for 3 weeks, right? Yeah. So that was for me, was an eye opener. I was like, wasting my time, right? I don't have, that market's not there, right? And it's like, not even like people who read the books, right? Said, hey, yo, dude, what's going on? I haven't seen, I love looking at your artwork and you haven't posted anything. Nothing. So that was where I was like, all right, this isn't where I need to put my investment in, right? Because if I am, for the people who know me that I see every day, if I look down, they're going to say, are you okay? Yeah. Hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm worried about the internet. And now, I love doing the podcast. The podcast is, we've been doing it for years. I love doing the podcast because we get to talk and it's social.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I think for me, I just have a newfound perspective on where I need to put my energy.
Yeah.
What's up, Kev?
Yeah, what's up, Kev? No, man, it really does put things into perspective. Little things like this. It's funny how little things like this will put things into perspective. I think that, it allows you to now decide, okay, how am I going to pivot? Is it a pivot? Where am I going with this? What am I doing? Like you said, you're not launching the campaign until you reach 100 backers, right? Or 100
signups.
Yeah. Sign up, right? And that's a great goal, bro. That stick with it, see what happens, and then once it launches, you'll really see, okay, which one of these 100 were really real, or they were just bots, or whatever the hell they
and I know, and like you said earlier, it's a numbers game, because I remember one time we had like 140 signups, but I think of the 140, 60 actually pledged, right? So, and not all of them, came, and that happens, right? Because I think people move on to other things, and then sometimes people only have a limited budget. So you might come out at a time that somebody else that they've been waiting for came out and like, I gotta pick and choose. I want to pick this guy, right? And that happens.
There's definitely something to being fans of work of the people you personally know, meet, as opposed to ones you just happen to find on Kickstarter. That in-person connection makes for genuine support. Yeah,
it does. And I miss going to like forgot the name of that damn College Station Comic Con, right? Because I had a loyal following at College Station Comic. I didn't do it this past year because the previous year they scheduled it around the games and nobody came to the convention. So I mean, if you're not going to do your research and know that you're not going to, when all these people are traveling over there, but I had people who were fans of the art channel, which I haven't done in a long time, who converted over to fans of the book because they came to the convention to meet me because of the art channel, right? And they consecutively backed the Kickstarter, right? That's real, right? That's genuine, right? But when you look at your Facebook and you have 1,800 people following you and only 10 of them actually respond to anything you post, what are the rest of those people doing? Why are you even following? Right. So it's like, is it real? Or is it's just to make you feel good? Right. I'd rather feel good by, playing with my dogs or, going to the park or, hanging out with people I know. That's real. The Matrix is just messing people up. And I think sitting in solitude, just creating on my own, being offline for several weeks, felt good, bro. It felt good. Seriously. Like I had, I was like, oh shit, the world moves on with or without you, bro. So do what you love and draw, avoid what you hate and post. Right. It's like, I hate having to go and create stuff to post. I have fun drawing. So I'm going to do what I love because it gives me more energy.
Yeah. Well, before we came on, man, we were talking about how like you need a team essentially.
Yeah.
And this is why people have, social media teams, because that is a job. It's not fun to post. I mean, some people may find it fun. I don't find it fun to post because there's always you're thinking about, okay, what am I posting? What am I saying? How is this going to drive traffic? Right? There's always a means. There's always something behind the post. Why am I posting this? What's going on? What time should I post this? Instagram tells me between 6 and 9 a.m. is when people are looking at my post. Age is this and this and that. Like it gives you so many analytics, and you find that do they even work? Like, does that translate to a sale for me? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times it doesn't. I'll be honest with you. I was very anti mailing lists for a while until I started collecting names at conventions. What up, Mike? And I did realize that some of these emails, well, some of them may go to spam. Some of them I'm actually getting a little traction. And some of the people who I reached out through this mailing list actually pre-ordered books on my website. That was real. The stuff that I did online as far as Instagram and stuff like that, I don't know how much of that was. As a matter of fact, I told you I went to Oakland Comic Con. At Oakland Comic Con, we sold a book to a gentleman there. And I said to him, I said, hey, let me know what you think, if you have a chance. And he posted an image of the cover that he bought. And today he reached out to me, said, hey, I couldn't find your campaign. That was real. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what these shows do, bro.
Yes.
It doesn't happen it could happen on a social post, but how often does it happen on a social post? Barely ever, dude. Like you said, you go away and nothing happened. 28, you didn't move.
Nothing moved.
Nothing moved. You know what I'm saying? But you go to a show, you make a connection, to Elliot's point, and they want to support you because they spoke to you, they met you, they knew what you were about, they read the book, they loved it, they want to support you even more. Because that also is important. You have to have a good product. It can't just be you're a great guy. Yeah. It's got to be that the book actually spoke to them.
Not even my award-winning smile?
Nah, that's not enough, Sam. That's not enough, bro. That's not enough. It doesn't matter that you can rhyme. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I'm live slow. Sometimes somebody
you can't. It don't matter. It don't matter. Sometimes you reminisce. You know what I mean? No, it doesn't matter. The product does speak for itself. But I think that I don't know that you get that from social media right away.
Nah, man. I think the world's changing, and and the reality is, we're getting older, and
you sound like old man right now, bro.
No, and I think I can still outperform half these kids. I still bench press 350, so stop acting up. So, but I'll take any of these youngins to the gym. But what I'm saying is, I mean, I outwork a lot of people. But what I'm saying is, it's I think, and this is for anybody out there, bro. Put your energy where you get 100% return on that investment, right? Now I'm all for taking risks, but they have to be calculated risks, and learn from the lessons, move on, pivot, move on quick, adjust quickly. And I think I was stubborn and I was fighting this game, but social media really those who have the skill to maneuver in that world, because social media wants your face. right? Social media wants your face because that's what they want, right? They want people to post because they want your identity, they want your information, all that stuff, whatever. We post, static images. And so what I find is when you post people and you do stupid things, you get a lot of movement, right? But unless you build a fan base. We're in the gym, man. Oh, yes, we are. Don't start nothing, won't beat nothing. So I gotta take Elliot to the gym, and I'm gonna take what's his name, JD, to the handball court.
Oh, damn.
But no, I think it's, look, in life, bro, it's all about perspective. I love art. I love to draw. I love to connect with people. I love having conversations. I love to learn. You know what I love the most? I love to talk to people who are older than I am. Ever since I was a kid, because there's so much history and they've seen so many things, and they tell, and I love listening to stories. That's what I love. Yeah. This sitting behind a computer, I have ringing in my ear because I sit behind a computer so much. I'm like, yo, is it like because of these 7G towers or whatever? What the hell's going on? Right? So I think for me, I'm just gonna do what I love, bro. And then when I do post, it's not gonna be as aggressive as I was for the past couple of years. When I post, it'll be because I have something to share. But it's not gonna be. I used to just create content just to post, right? You remember when I was just creating the duty images every day and I was posting it every day? Yeah, where'd it get me, bro? Where'd it get me? And so that's what I'm saying is that what have I received from all that work that I wasn't paid for? I was a slave to the internet. I'm just gonna be a slave to my draft table, bro. At least the draft table I know. Yeah, I love that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. So you find what you love to do. Don't overthink it. I think for me, it was great to be offline for several weeks. My bad to everybody. I had to cancel for the show, and it was beyond my control. Work took over, but it feels good to be back. It feels too good to have this conversation. Feels good to see everybody in the audience. Hope everybody's having a good season, a good year. These tornadoes in Texas are out of control, but and the weather here has been crazy, bro.
I heard fucking
man, even today, bro.
Yeah,
today all you heard was a sonic boom, and then it got dark, and then torrential downpour out of nowhere. It was a bright sunny day, and all you heard was like boom. So I think Father Time forgot the groceries somewhere, and Mother Nature was pissed because she didn't have the ingredients to cook, so she threw them out the house and started slamming stuff. I don't know what happened. It was just acting up, but nah, man, it feels good. But if you backed Cosmic Wars, I sent you the link to the digital file. The book is in production. I'm waiting for it to be shipped to me. And as soon as I get it, I'm shipping it out. But I know you get dozens and dozens and dozens of links for Kickstarter from everybody campaign that you back. But I sent you the link, and it's going to be down in 30 days. So you have, between now and 25 days to download the link. But you have issue 0 of Cosmic Wars in your file if you back the campaign. So check it out.
There you go, man. And for everybody who was expecting a launch today for a Kickstarter campaign for the shameless plug, that will be happening. That will be happening on Thursday, May 28th, on my YouTube channel. So go to getyourmeds.com. Go to Get Your Meds on YouTube and check out the launch there. Sam will be on there. I will be giving away some stuff. So please make sure you come on and check it out. Pledge to the campaign. It's going to be a good time. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there. I have some really, really cool stuff. So yeah, the Shameless Plug launches on Thursday, May 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. I will be posting everywhere the link. So definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I almost got struck by lightning while spinning. Jeez. Holy cow. Damn, girl. Be careful. Thanks, Mike. Oh, Michael will be one of my guests on the show. So
he's coming back on?
He's coming back on. So yeah, that's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to that. And are we back on next week, Sam? What's going on next week?
I don't know. I gotta look it up. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Calendly.
Who's on next week?
Who's coming on? what is happening on next week's show?
I don't know. People have been booking. Come on with this damn verification codes. Jeez.
Damn.
Hold on 1 second. Driving me nuts. Verification code is 17.
There it is. There it is. It sounds like we're going to be on, though. It sounds like we will be on.
Yeah, it's just everything's request a verification code today. These hackers are on freaking. Let's see, who do we got? We got next week. We have someone named. It's either Brian Lafferty or Brian Lafferty.
Yeah, Brian Lafferty. Yes,
He got name of the book is Zolit.
Yes, sir.
And he's on Kickstarter as well.
Right, he's launching. I believe he's launching this week, or he should have launched already. Yeah, big shout out to Brian, man. He's Johnny C's one of Johnny C's really good friends. They actually do what is the show? Terrificon together. So yeah, he's got a really cool book coming up. So yeah, no, that'll be fun. It'll be nice to have him on the show.
Yeah, he's got a book called Zolit. Great show. Go Knicks. The Knicks, I know, right? After all these years, huh?
After all these years, bro. Knicks are back in the finals. NBA finals. So that's gonna be that starts next Wednesday, actually. Yeah, so it'll be next Wednesday. So yeah, so next week we'll have Brian. And we'll be back, man.
Did you see the Ronda Rousey fight?
I did. All 17 seconds.
It was 17 seconds. No.
17 seconds, bro.
She beat her in 17. Did she even try?
I don't think so.
Did you even try?
I think those two said, yo, we're about to get paid a lot of money. Take me down real quick. Don't break my arm. I'll go down. We'll do a thing. We'll hug at the end. It'll be over.
No, bro.
Dead ass. 17
Because she was too busy with those fillers in her lips. And I'm like, yo, I was like, because every time she gave an interview, she did. I was like, yo, girl, I said, those are going to get popped if you don't release the energy from that.
Well, I think that might have been the reason why she said, just take me down gently. Yeah.
She was scared. She was shook.
Put her in the arm bar and it was a wrap.
She gave up before. They must have made a deal in the back end.
Oh, they must have.
They must have.
It must have.
It's just like, what's his name? Ray J? You seen that fight with Ray J?
Oh, he got knocked out by that rapper.
I was playing with him. He was playing with him the whole time, and Ray J thought he was winning. They just one hit.
Yo, you seen the close-up of his face?
I was like, yo, you can't go in the ring with that gut. What's the matter with you? Are you crazy?
Yeah. So you didn't watch the fight?
I just saw the highlights. I was like, yo, dude, at least go and do some
it was on
crunches.
Netflix. Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
It was on Netflix.
That was on Netflix too?
It was on Netflix.
Well, which one? These social media stars are taking over everything.
Oh, no, not the Ray J shit. The Ray J, I don't know where that. No, I'm talking about. Did you see the Ronda fight? The Ronda fight is on Netflix.
He closed his eyes. It was like a Mike Tyson fight, bro.
It was over. The undercards. So Diaz. Nate
Diaz,
he's
a bad boy. How was that fight?
That was hilarious.
Did he smack him?
No,
because Diaz is infamous for smacking people in the ring.
Oh yeah, no.
Open-handed.
No, yeah. He was funny, bro. He was fun. Yo, but that guy bleeds. Once you cut him open, bro, he just bleeds.
Yeah. Did he win?
No, they had to stop it because he was bleeding.
What about Francis Ngannou?
He won. That was a good fight. Check it out. If you have Netflix, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. I want to watch it, but I was like, for some reason, I didn't think it was going to be the fight that I wanted it to be. So this is why I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, Lupin said the fight should have been a YouTube short. Seriously, that for real.
How much did they get paid? I think Ronda got $25 million for that fight.
Wow. They got me.
Without sponsors, just the payday was $25 million.
They asked if she's gonna fight again. She's like, "Man, I want to go have babies. I'm not fighting anymore. I'm done."
She just needed a paycheck, bro.
Yeah, she just wanted a little bit more money, a little bit of cash. You know? Damn. Yeah.
I wonder what the feedback was from the fans. Anybody pissed?
I mean, I think if people had paid for that fight, like if you didn't have, if they would have paid for the fight, you would have been pissed. But if you have YouTube, you watch. I watched it for free. I'm not for free. I obviously paid for the subscription, but I already paid for that subscription anyway. So I was like, all right, let me watch this thing. Oh, it's over. Okay, cool. Let me go on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a big deal. If you were paying $80 for that thing or something like that, you would have been pissed.
Yeah,
you would have been pissed.
No way. No, I didn't feel it. I felt like Gina's been out of the game for too long. And I think because of that whole Disney fiasco, she needed money.
Yeah.
And so Ronda was looking out for her girl and said, yo, this is a way for you to get a payday. I know that things have been tight and you haven't been filming since the Mandalorian that she was in. Yeah, and so I think they made a deal. They had a secret handshake, and that was it.
Yeah.
Just like Ray J at the end, he said, "I thought we had a deal." Did you hear him at the end?
No.
At the end of the fight, he goes, "I thought we had a deal." I said,
Really?
"Oh,
Oh my God, this guy. He's hilarious.
Yeah. But
Knocked him out.
That's another episode of Catch the Craze podcast.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for coming back. We missed you all. We'll be back next week. And, until then, I am Sam the Crazy Man Vera.
George the Dreamer Medina.
And we are out.
It's just easy. It's not.
Crazy.
Acquiesce.
No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh,
He described me. He said, I'm the
What? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze. On Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.